going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sold Out. And on today's episode, I am glad to get this in hand. You guys probably are not familiar with this box, but you're probably familiar with this logo right here. That's the Serious Player Only logo. I know it's kind of in ghost black, so it might be hard to see. Just off jump, this colorway has not been released yet, so don't get this confused with the So Black colorway that's out. That kind of has more of a transparent side panel on it. We'll get into that in a minute, but this color is unreleased. I know there's not a lot of these made. Shout out to Serious Player Only for sending me this. I was super geeked. I thought I was getting the So Black colorway or like the multi colorway, but they actually sent me this pair instead, and I'm glad. I've been rocking with these guys from the beginning, and they've been rocking with me back. So huge shout out to you guys for sending this pair to me, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you rocking with me on such a small level. I know I got like a couple thousand subs, but it really means a lot to me that you guys are rocking with me like that. So let's hop right into this video. So I'll jump. They did a good job with the paper. They did black paper, black and silver paper actually. Get the box out of the way. Get this pair off to the side here. So right off jump, as always, we are going to get a weight on this sneaker. This is kind of built a little bit more sturdier, I think, than the Player One, the initial colorway. Like the black and yellow one, the black and pink one. I think the black and pink one might be a little bit lighter than this. That's the black and pink is 10.4, and I know the same for the black and yellow. Black and yellow might be 10.5, but they're pretty close. Now this is not the Player One 2023. This is actually the Player One Plus. So it's upgraded materials. You can see this goes down a lot longer than this does. You can see the lacing kind of runs that way. And I will be doing a comparison video between the Player One Plus and the Player One 2023, just so you guys can kind of see a few subtle differences. I'm not really going to do it to the original or release, just because there's like not many differences from that to this. So I'm just going to go with the 2023, the upgraded model, to the Player One Plus. So we'll get a weight on this one. That was 10 something. This one is 12.5, so a little bit heavier. Right there, you can tell off jump, it's built a little bit more sturdier. That sneaker feels absolutely great on foot. I recommend that to anyone. If they stock that, if there is still any stock left in that, don't be afraid to buy that sneaker. It's a great sneaker. I have no problems with it. But through the different levels, like the Player One 2023 and the Player One Plus, they definitely did some subtle upgrades that basically it beefed up the sneaker. So you can't complain anytime you get a beefed up sneaker. So working our way from the top down to the bottom, you guys can see this right here. It's more like a felt material in the back. And it doesn't feel cheap or nothing like that. The padding feels great. I'm not sure if they puffed up the padding a little bit. It does feel a little bit thicker padding than it does on the pink colorway, and this almost has like a nylon. I don't know if you guys, because it's black, I don't know if you guys can see the differences in the heel area, but this material does feel a little bit softer. But I will say this material right here, this like nylon type stuff, is easier to slip on foot. But either way, that doesn't make or break the shoe. This feels like it has just a little bit more padding in it. So I'm not sure if that was one of the upgrades, but that feels great. Heel lockdown's great on any line or any Serious Player Only model, any one of their shoes. You're gonna get great heel lockdown. That's definitely a target area. They wanted to have great heel lockdown, and they did a great job on the Player One, the Player One Plus, and the Player One 2023 model. They all have great heel lockdown. So heel lockdown, heel slip-in comfort, definitely not an issue on this sneaker at all. Now this sneaker is not the sneaker that you are seeing on social media right now. This is not the So Black colorway. This is going to be the all black, I'm pretty sure they're gonna call it, or Pat Black. They got patented leather around here. I'm not sure what they're gonna call it, but I'm pretty sure it's the all black colorway. I forgot what Chen said when I talked to them, and I think they did a great job on the sneaker. It's definitely a banger. I like the So Black colorway, but I definitely like this better. Not sure why they're releasing two like all black models, but I mean, it's a great sneaker, great performance sneaker. You can't beat it. So it just really depends what you like. Do you want that So Black right now, or do you want the all black, or do you want to wait, or do you want to wait for the all black? I think the all black's definitely probably the dopest colorway out. We haven't really had a sick all black sneaker in a minute, so I like the triple black. I think it's a dope touch. Yeah, you guys can get this. I can't really say the release date, but it is coming out eventually, but it might just be some time into the next year. I'm going to say probably not in 2023. The sneaker will not come out. It'll be more towards 2024, mid 2024. So jumping into laces. Laces are not they look like round laces. They're not. They're kind of almost like oval laces, like their touch on oval laces. So for the most part, I actually like the laces on this. I do not like round laces. My Player One Plus kind of had more like a little bit, they felt round. These all black ones do not. So they don't really come untied that much at all. I've been hooping in them a bunch and I have had no issues with the laces. Now down on the tongue sticks pretty much to what every serious player only model has. It's ported out. You guys probably can't see this because it's black and it looks like it's a little bit thicker up top, but there is port holes running through the whole tongue. Like I said, on this model, the tongue is extended down, so I do like that. You get a little bit more control and a little bit more lockdown. It's not like you needed it, but it always helps. Can't complain when you get a little bit more lockdown. So now down on the materials of the Serious Player Only Plus, the materials are nice. You guys can see they use almost like what that Way Awade All City 11 used. It's like a thin mesh with nubs on it, compared to this type of jacquard weave. You guys can almost see it's what like Jordan Brand and Nike use on some of their newer stuff, their newer technology, and I like it. I have no issues with the material whatsoever. They also ported it a little bit more than the Player One. I'm pointing over there because my sneakers are over there. The Player One Plus, or the Player One 2023. Over here on the side, I don't know if you guys can pick that up. It is an all black sneaker, might be hard on camera, but there's porting through here. They're almost like dime size holes punched out of this, and it's just gonna help to make the sneaker lighter, and it makes it more breathable. So I definitely enjoyed that. On top of the nerve knit, it's kind of like a nerve knit like 2.0. I don't know what they exactly call this material, but it is different from the original material. And another thing that they did, they beefed up this area right here, the eyelet area. My son had the bone colorway. It's like that off-white, and this right here really got messed up, and it started like rubbing off and flaking off, and you can kind of see down to the clear material. You can see it's raised a little bit more on this pair, and so is the toe box. The synthetic lining all the way around it, it's definitely a little bit more sturdier, and that's probably where a couple ounces of that weight, that extra weight from the 10.4 to the 12.5, it's picking up a little bit more weight because it's built a little bit more for tough. Also on this sneaker, I think they did a great job. Obviously the tongue, you guys already know the tongue material is very light and it's got the porting like we talked about, but they did a great job on putting the patent leather in this sneaker. Just doing something different from what they normally do. The tongue is patent leather as well. I thought that was a dope touch that they added on there. I think they should do it more often. I'd like to see a red pair with a little patent leather on there, or maybe even add some patent leather on the toe, but at the end of the day, it's a performance sneaker. If that toe box is patent leather, it's probably definitely getting scratched up and tore up. Usually patent leather cleans up pretty good. You can kind of wipe it off. Mine's got a couple scratches on the back there just because I've been hooping in them quite a bit lately, but other than that, I think it was a dope idea that they added the patent leather onto the sneaker. So now what gave me more of a one-to-one fit on this sneaker, they added padding more up towards the sneaker. On this, they didn't. You can reach in the sneaker and feel the sides, and you can feel that there's not like padding on that old pair. You can feel more padding in this sneaker, and I really appreciate it when a sneaker is comfortable. Like the Adidas Trae Young 3s, I put them on and they just did not feel comfortable on foot. Like you couldn't feel like cloth wrapping your foot. It felt like it was just the outside materials wrapping your foot, and don't nobody want that. So what I did to make it more of a one-to-one fit, I took these out, took my insole out. I noticed that on this pair when they shipped it, this wasn't in it. I'm pretty sure this is gonna come with all the pairs. Obviously, this is kind of like a special release that they sent to me. They probably already know that I have dozens of these laying around. And so I put this in it. You would not think this little thin piece of Boost looking foam would make a difference. It makes a absolute huge difference. It set me up higher in the sneaker. Just that little bit, it made it feel like a one-to-one match for me. It felt great on foot. So you guys, if the sneaker feels a little bit too tight, some people complain of getting that pinky toe rub. If that happens, go ahead and just remove this. It'll probably help you out a lot actually. And if your sneaker's running a little bit big, go ahead and put this in. Mine ran a little bit big. Honestly, I think I wear a 7.5 now. I gotta get resized like I said in the recent video. But this thing definitely was a game changer, and it doesn't look like it would do shit. So yes guys, if you're looking for more of a one-to-one feel, put this in or take it out. It does make a difference. So at the end of the day, if you're having any issues, just try it before you go bashing the sneaker or anything like that. I know the toe box does get a little bit tight. Same thing with the Nike GT Cut 2. Pinky toe rubs a little bit, but once you get it broke in and once you wear it down and everything, it starts to feel great on foot. Now down onto cushioning. Obviously everyone knows it's definitely going to be a drop-in midsole. We all know that. It says lifted arch right there, and this is basically the same thing you're getting with all the Serious Player only models. I know the Player One Plus comes with both the new, where this foam right here is, I think it's called the Quick System. This is taken out of the shoe, and it is just straight, this black material, that's all it is. The whole thing is just that color material. It's just all black, and it's all Evenline. So that, I do want to get that in hand. They also do have a new drop-in that's coming. I think it was called the Explosive series or something like that. I'm hoping to get that in hand soon. I definitely want to try that and feel that. But for now, my favorite thing to put in these sneakers is going to be their strength system. I absolutely love the strength system. Not only the arch support, so like if you got plantar fasciitis, it's definitely nice to have a little bit of arch support in there. So at the end of the day, you do get it with this. I know it does say lifted arch, but this is a little bit more lifted. So if you guys want to spend a little extra money on these, it's definitely worth it at the end of the day. And then you can just beat the shit out of your shoes. Like if this gets bottomed out, you can drop this in. If this gets bottomed out, you can drop this back in. It's not expensive to keep that life of that sneaker going and going. So at the end of the day, the cushioning on the Player One Plus, it's great. It's just like the rest of Serious Player Onlys. It's like the yellow pair, the black pink pair, the 2023 model. It's like all them. If you want the slight upgrade, go ahead and get these. I will get the other ones. I think they were Explosive. I forgot what the other model's called. I seen Wear Tester had it. I'm pretty sure they're going to be sending me that soon, so I will get that in and test that as well. But these are great. You cannot complain. You like the Kobe 11, it's definitely better than the Kobe 11, and it's definitely better than the Kobe 8 drop-in. So that right there just tells you my thoughts. I have the Kobe 11 over there next to my 2023 model, and I definitely like this drop-in better. This is a great sneaker. I did forget to talk about traction. So real quick on the traction. Traction is very, very nice. I had no issues. Actually, no, I take that back. I did slip out one time. I think I hit some sweat though. A dude hit. I think I slipped a little bit on the sweat, or I'm not really sure. Maybe I just hit that part. I slipped out just a little bit, but other than that, it was top tier traction. I had no issues. I would like to have seen them maybe put herringbone in these lines. Like if they would have did the W's throughout here and made like tiny little slits to like have a nub in the middle, I think that definitely would have made this top tier. I mean, right now, basically it is top tier. I haven't had no issues besides that one slip out. And that was also on a rubber floor, like rubber soft floor. It's not an outdoor court, it was indoor. It definitely slips a little bit more than your normal wood floor would. So, but on a wood floor, I had no issues with these at all. They felt great on foot. So yeah, at the end of the day, the traction's great. Recommendations are gonna go to guards. I would say bigs, probably not. I mean, if you're a fast big, agile big, small forward, something like that, definitely could be the sneaker for you. You probably won't have no issues. You do get a little bit of heel impact protection and forefoot impact protection as well. So yeah, if you're a guard, you are going to love these shoes. They let you play fast. So a lot of people don't know the difference. They think a basketball shoe is a basketball shoe. And to me, it's not. Like as a guard, if I put on like the PG, or say I put on these Shadows. I put on these Shadow 4s from Way of Wade. I feel restricted. I don't feel like I'm built for speed. I don't feel like I'm very fast. But when I put on something like this, the Way of Wade 8083 Ultra, stuff like that, the Player Plus 2023, Kobe models, any Kobe low, I feel explosive. I feel fast. I feel twitchy. That's how this sneaker makes you feel. So at the end of the day, if you love the Kobe models, the low Kobe models, you're gonna fall in love with these, especially with the modifications you can do with these. Like this is crazy. This is even crazier. Like all the different things you can get. Like, and if this is too much impact protection, fine, switch down onto this. If this is too much impact protection, switch onto the model that doesn't have this foam on there and just use the Quick System. And then if that's giving you too much impact protection, you want to be more responsive, you can remove this. There's like steps to the whole system, and I think it's genius. I think Nike shit the bed when it comes to doing that kind of stuff. Like Nike came out with the drop-ins, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what year it was. I think the Jordan model, like one of the 29s or 28s or something, was the first model to have it. So they definitely shit the bed when it comes to like dropping this technology. Bro, we would all buy the shit out of these. If these had Nike, like a Zoom bag right back here, Nike, you tripping. We would all cop. If you sold us drop-in midsoles that could fit certain models, or if they could fit all models, man, we would buy the shit out of those. Y'all would make over $100 million a year just alone in drop-in midsoles, bro. We would definitely buy it. And then you could do custom ones. React Anyways, don't matter. Serious player only beat you to it. And I think they did a great job doing it. So at the end of the day, guys, yes, get this sneaker. You will not regret it. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Like I said, shout out to my guys over at Serious Player Only. I appreciate you guys sending stuff to me, rocking with me from day one. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys like my rundown of the Serious Player Only All Black Player 1 Plus, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.